Hi everybody, Dan Illman here taking a look at race number 7 at Prairie Meadows on Saturday. It's the Grade 3 Iowa Oaks. 3-year-old fillies going 1 mile and a 16th. Let's take a peek at this competitive field of 7. The number 2, Imanra, is 5-2 on the morning line. Coming up from Gulfstream Park for trainer Safi Joseph. This horse has never been off the board from 5 lifetime starts. A solid allowance score last time out, seeking her 3rd consecutive victory. And the good thing about Imanra is she's got tactical speed. As we throw up the time form US pace projector, there might not be a ton of speed in this race, as that blue bar indicates on the top right of the projector. Crypto Mo, the number 3, certainly looks like the pace setter. She is very, very fast coming into this race off a couple of gate-to-wire wins, and if she's able to shake loose from this field, there's a chance she could take them all the way. The number 1 is Broken Hearts Bay, and she's coming off a strong victory in a maiden special weight, but that race was going 6 furlongs. Let's take a look. On June the 24th, she made a nice mid-race move. There wasn't a ton of pace on, but once she made that move, she just explodes. She's 1-10 for a reason, folks. This field just could not stand up to her on paper, and they could not stand up to her on the track. She's a maiden no longer, although she was really accomplished for a maiden going in, having earned stakes placings going 6 furlongs at 1 mile in her prior 2 starts against 3-year-old fillies. Broken Hearts Bay breaks from the inside post. I think they're going to try to take advantage of that by saving ground, maybe in the 2nd or 3rd flight behind the pace. We'll see how good she is. This is a strong group in the Iowa Oaks. The number 2 is Amonra, up from Gulfstream for trainer Safi Joseph. Here's her most recent start. First level allowance, going a 1-turn mile over a muddy track. She's on a hard chase on the turn, but once she makes the lead, she stays about her business in a likable style, and the runner-up came back to win her very next starts. Her Beyer speed figures have been improving with just about every start. That 82 Beyer earned last time out is very competitive with this field. Now she's going to have to answer the 2-turn question, but I like this inside post coupled with her tactical speed, and with that competitive Beyer in her hip pocket, she looks like a strong contender, as is Crypto Mo, the winner of the Panthers. She beat Broken Hearts Bay that day. Let's watch that race. This is going a 2-turn mile at Prairie Meadows. Now, she was sort of handed an uncontested lead when her pace pursuer had some equipment issues and had to be pulled up heading into the backstretch. That allowed Crypto Mo to be as loose as she wanted to be, and she slowed down the pace and had plenty left to sprint on home. But she's earned some strong Beyers in her last 2, 82 and 83, and it appears she has a pace edge over her rivals in this race. So even though she's stepping up into the graded stakes ranks, Crypto Mo can step, and there are some things to certainly like, as there are with the 4. Friendly Persuasion coming in for trainer Michael McCarthy. This horse won by 10 at Keeneland in her final start as a 2-year-old. It took them a while to get her back to the races, and I think that last race should be viewed with several grains of salt. It was contested over a sloppy sealed track at Ellis Park, so not only did she have to deal with a long layoff, she had to deal with a wet track that she was very unfamiliar with, and maybe 7/8 of a mile at this point in her career is also a bit short for her. So she has that race under her girth. Now she gets to stretch out to a more appropriate distance, and she's another one that has shown tactical speed in 2-turn races, so I don't think she'll be too far away from the leaders when the real racing begins. She earned a 70 Beyer as a 2-year-old. That's pretty good. I think she can build off of that effort. I think she gained a lot of fitness from her most recent start. 3-1 on the morning line, maybe a little bit light. If she drifts, you might want to consider the 4. Friendly Persuasion. Stellar Lady scored last time out at Horseshoe, Indianapolis. Now winners a 2-life race going 2 turns for trainer Kenny McPeak. There was a solid pace on in front of Stellar Lady, who relaxed in the early part of the race, then moved into contention, and then kept right on going. She was 1-10 in this race after facing some solid first-level allowance competition at Oaklawn Fairgrounds and Churchill Downs. That was the right field for Stellar Lady. I wonder if she has the right running style for this race, because while it appears she's tactical, I think she might be better when she sort of takes back and makes one run. And if the blue bar scenario of the Timeform US pace projector holds true, maybe it works against Stellar Lady just a little bit. Love Tank scored last time out in a first level allowance as the favorite in an off-turf race at Lone Star. We'll watch that race. That was coming on the heels of 2 stakes placings at Sunland Park around 2 turns. Love Tank was just better than this field, and the runner-up came back to win a first level allowance on turf with a pretty nice Beyer speed figure. Love Tank is a horse that has some experience. She's earned strong speed figures on dirt in the past. Another horse like Stellar Lady, however, that might need the right setup, and I wonder how much upside is left for Love Tank after 11 lifetime starts. It's possible we've already seen her best, and it's possible we haven't seen the best of the likes of Amanra and Friendly Persuasion and Crypto Mo, horses that are more lightly raced. Peacock Lass completes this field. She comes out of a strong first-level allowance at Churchill Downs. The winner of that race you're going to be hearing a lot from. That horse's name is Scylla. She goes out for Bill Mott. She is a beautifully bred Juddmonte homebred. Peacock Lass faced two next out winners in that race. The fourth place finisher came back to win by 7 lengths in a first level allowance at Ellis Park with an 86 Beyer. That was a stakes caliber first level allowance that Peacock Lass was in against. Turf the time before that. You probably don't want to take too much stock there. Her other races are okay. I wonder if she's sort of a late developing type that's starting to get good. Breaking from the outside post, she has enough speed to get close to the pace. We'll find out how good she is, and we'll probably likely find out a little bit more about that field she was in against, because it certainly looks strong. We'll take a look at my top pick for the Grade 3 Iowa Oaks. I just like Amanra's tactical speed. I like the way she's coming into this race off 2 wins against slightly weaker competition. I think she sits a good trip breaking from post position 2 under Edgard Zayas. She's my top pick in the Grade 3 Iowa Oaks. Big day of racing at Prairie Meadows on Saturday. Best of luck.